everyone, it's me, Thomas Lockwood, and today is the last day we look into red legendary creatures. Now, this tells you how much I know. Well, not really. Tells you where I am in time. And, well, I found out they're making new commanders, 3 colours, allied ones. And I will talk about those, just not this video. This video is just going to be every other red one that couldn't fit in a situation with absolutely no links. Maybe like 2 of them linked together and 3 of them maybe, but not a group of 5. So I just wanted to say that, but I will talk about them, just not anytime soon. Because one I'll talk about by itself, and one I'll talk about with a different commander. Should we start? We're going to start with Adamantium. First to Desire. This is actually one of them strange ones that can be used as reverse psychology. Because he's 3 mana, and his power and toughness is equal to the number of cards of the opponent with the most cards in hand. Now, this is actually quite funny in the sense that you could do 2 things. 1, make it a group hockey deck. So you give people cards and they won't harm you until you get near the end, and then it's a bit too late. You've won. Or you could just not run him. Yeah. That's all, because I'm not keen. He's double red on 1, and that's it. Okay, next one we're going to talk about is one that is sort of unique, but ununique, which actually technically has a different link. It has a link with one of my YouTube videos, which wasn't red. It links with the white one when I did the Strange Commanders. Akroma, Angel of Fury. Now, this is the red version of Akroma. She can't be countered, meaning the blue decks and the white decks ain't that happy with the most common counter spells. She has flying, trample, and protection from white and blue. Now, it shows that she still gets hate. She doesn't want to be targeted by the white or blue spells. So. She also has Dragon Breath, which is pretty much, when I mean Dragon Breath, I mean red. She gains +1/+0 until the end turn. Now, I'm going to be using that for another commander, which is on the screen for the game. So, just point this out. And she has also got a morph cost of 3 and triple red. You cast her face down for 2, and then you flip her up for triple red and 3. Now, I'd like to point out one little thing about the morph. The morph can be countered. Okay, just remember this. So, yes, she's a really good commander, but you must not morph her because it might probably get countered. But that's all I can say with her. Maybe make a ramp deck around her. Next one, which has a link with another one, which is the last one we're going to be talking about in that one, is Havis off the scale. Sorry, I moved closer to my mic because I completely forgot where my mic was and it's not on my headphones. It's a 3 and double red cousin cost creature 3/4. You may choose not to untap him during your untap step. Gain control of target dragon. If this creature becomes untapped or you lose this creature, you lose control of the dragon. Now, this is actually one of them commanders where you must make sure it's a hate bear. You must make sure that your own reason why you use this is because you know one of the people on that table is going to play a dragon. Now, don't get me wrong. There is loads of legendary dragons which I've always talked about. There is a YouTube video about them when I did every single dragon that I have ever seen there. So, that's sorted. But, otherwise, you're wasting 5 mana on a 3/4. Shame. Next one we're going to talk about is Hokama. Human Ascendant, which is a flip commander. Not a transforming, but flip. I'll explain its flip form soon. It is a 4/4 for double red and 4 that can't block. That's already a downside. But there's a reason why. When he dies, you return him to play flipped. This does mean he has to be put into the graveyard so people can respond by exiling it, but it still can be done. When it's flipped, it gives creatures you control +2/+2, flying, and Dragon Breath. What I said about Dragon Breath is red. This creature gains +1/+0 until the end turn. Now I like this. This turns all your creatures pretty much into mini dragon forms. So yeah, I could see maybe a base deck around. All my little dives have really good abilities when they hit you. Oh look, they're gonna now hit you because they're in the air. Next one. Kazoo! Tyrant of Cliffs. Now, that's not too bad of a name. For 5 mana, it's a 5/4. And I'm sorry to say this, but this is the best casting cost flying legendary creature I have seen in this folder for so much. The best we had before was a Chroma, which was a 6/6. For 8 mana, that's not that great. Anyway, Kazoo has an ability whenever a creature an opponent controls attacks. If you're the defending player, meaning this counts if it attacks you or a planeswalker you control, you get to put a 3/3 red ogre onto the battlefield unless the controller pays 3. So, pretty good. You don't attack me because I'm going to just block with a 3/3. So I advise you to attack that guy beside me. He doesn't have a big enough board and he can't really sustain it. Ha! I'm going to win now. Yeah, pretty much it. Next one is Markamas of Killed. Okay, I don't really like this name. He's double red and 4 with just 1 ability. His power and toughness is equal to the number of totaled of untapped artifact creatures and lands you control. Meaning, one card that works for this guy is Eve Veil. I'm going to point that out. You can click Eve Veil up to 6 and put him from your hand to the battlefield. That's the only problem. He has to be in your hand. I could see a deck that pretty much ramps and hopes to get cheaper and cheaper until it only taps for 2 cards to make him to be on the battlefield. So, yeah, sounds good. Next one, which is one that someone did ask me to talk about, but I've always tried to hold my neck and say, no, Thomas, don't try for it. But this task must be completed. None the Wary. Now this is a dangerous son of a gun. He's a 1 mana 2/1. Now that's good. Like I said, Tyrant of Cliffs was the dude that had the best power and toughness to his casting costs. That's in red that I know of. He had a downside. He had a good side. This one, the only reason why I didn't count it in that is because this one has a downside, which people avoid. When a player casts a spell or a creature attacks, you exile him and he returns to the battlefield under its owner's control until the end turn. Now, this is actually where people just use things when it says whenever this creature enters battlefield, do an effect. You just keep doing 2 for each spell, blah blah. So, yeah, I'm not going to say anything about that because I don't really like him. I'm sorry about the people who like None the Wary. He's a good commander, just I don't like him. Next one we're going to talk about, because I'm really running away, is Razar Ma. He's a 4 mana, double red and 2/2 with haste. Not too bad. With a red and tap, you put a 3/1 elemental creature token onto the battlefield with haste. That's very good. I like that. So instead of attacking for 2, you can attack for 3 until the coast is clear. Then you can get through with that. So I don't mind that. Right, next one I'm going to talk about is I'm going to do it really quick because people just keep stabbing me and blah blah blah. Shakshima the Clotblood. It's 4 mana, red and 3. As it enters the battlefield, you sacrifice any number of permanents. He enters the battlefield with that many +1/+1 cannons. This can be done by 2 ways, using loads and loads and loads of tokens to make him get a lot of +1/+1 cannons, and you can proliferate or add more counters to him to make him bigger, bigger, bigger. So, give him trample and you're sorted. The next one we're going to talk about is Urbrask. For 5 mana, double red and 3, he's a 4/4 with haste because he gives all your creatures haste. So instead of having an Anger in your graveyard, why don't we have an Anger on the battlefield? Seems fair with me, especially when this comes with a 4/4 body. Another thing with him is creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped, meaning them creatures to block your creatures are going to be less of a pain than actually normally are. The last one I'm going to talk about, which I did say had a link with another card here, which was the dragon-based theme. We had Hugmar and we had the Hive of the Scale. This one is Zorian of the Claw. He's a 5 mana double red and 3/4. Surprising from the same set, same power and toughness, and same converted mana cost, and they actually have some 2 dragons. I think they were enemies though, because his ability is red, red and 1, and tap. Search your library for a dragon card. I think that's been changed to dragon permanent card. I will just literally confirm it now. Dragon card. And if you hear my keyboard, sorry. And we're going to get to the bottom soon. Here he is. Yeah, a dragon permanent card. And put that card onto the battlefield. Then shuffle your library. That dragon gains haste and you must exile it during the next end tap step. So, if he phases out, he can live. So, oh well. And that's about it for today, guys. I've had a lot of issues with today, and hopefully it won't carry on. See you tomorrow.